Rebecca here. I got some new ink today. 2 boxes of new ink all the way from Japan. So I paid more in shipping and in customs duties than I paid for the ink. So this was a completely inappropriate choice. I should not have done it, but I could not resist these colors, and I had a little extra money sitting aside waiting for something fun, and that's what I used it for. Very expensive ink. So these come from Nagasawa, or Nagasawa is, I believe, a grocery, or not grocery, some sort of a large shop in Japan, and they have the Kobe line of inks. Kobe line of inks is made by Sailor, so you know they're going to be quality. And I got a free sticker, so I'm just going to call this a really expensive sticker. Yeah, so the 2 inks are from the Felissimo Chocolate Museum line. They're outside of Kobe's normal numbered ink lines. These are specialty inks. I think they're a limited run, but I don't know for sure. And what else? There were 3 inks released in this line. I say a lot. I need to stop that. I got milk chocolate and strawberry chocolate. There's also bitter chocolate, but I have more than enough dark browns, so I did not get the bitter chocolate. So I'm not going to do a whole lot with these at the moment. I'm just going to open them and do some splatters. The paper I'm using is Cosmo Air Light. I'm going to do them on this side, and I think that should be zoomed in enough because I'm going to make giant splatters with a plastic baggie. Ooh. I love it when there's a little bit of cardboard with information about the ink. I can later use Google Translate on this, but it does say Felissimo Chocolate Museum and Kobe ink, milk chocolate. It's really the important part. So they're in the traditional Kobe ink bottles, and there's a bite out of the corner of the label, because no one can resist chocolate. Sorry, I have a tremor in my right hand. So let's see if they have the typical plastic insert. They do not have the typical plastic insert. Normally there's a little piece of plastic in there that what's the word? That holds the ink, like an ink miser inside the jar of ink. So I'm trying to get as much off the back of my Serendipity pen as possible. And I'm using a wrinkled paper, plastic baggie. And I'm just going to wipe that on a paper towel off to the side. And oh my gosh, this looks like Van Diemen Kitten Paws all over again. This is Kobe ink. I don't know why I mixed capitals and lower cases. I see so many other fountain pen YouTubers do it, and I don't mean to. I didn't mean to. It just happened. Kobe ink. This is milk chocolate. And this is from the Felissimo Chocolate Museum line. I'm looking at this and saying, it looks so much like Van Diemen's Kitten Paws. So if you'll just bear with me, I'm going to pause and find my swatch of Kitten Paws. And here we are. Van Diemen's Kitten Paws, Kobe ink milk chocolate, virtually identical. Troublemaker Rodeo, very close. I definitely have an ink type that I am attracted to right now, and that is okay. I paid a ridiculous amount of money for ink I already have. Oh well, at least I'm having fun. That's what counts, right? So you heard the dog drinking a few minutes ago, and now I'm having to chase the cat out of my ink water. She's not literally in it, she was trying to look at it. So next up is the Felissimo Chocolate Museum Strawberry Chocolate. So same idea. That's a cacao pod, strawberry chocolate. And I'll do the same thing. I'll use the back of my Serendipity pen to gather up a little ink. Let's get a little more this time. And that cleans off easily. This time I'm going to close the ink so that there's nobody in the background of my YouTube videos screaming, "Close the ink, you'll have an ink catastrophe," like I do when other people don't close their ink. So this is the strawberry chocolate. That is Possum, who decided to come back inside even though her sister Maggie is still outside. They're not actually sisters. They're 8 years apart in age, but you know, they live in the same household, so we call them sisters. Her sister is outside. It is about, well, it's cold. It's below freezing. Okay, that's why I didn't close it last time, because I have to dip. I am an idiot. So here we are. And this time I'm going to do this in the proper order. Kobe ink. Felissimo. 1 L, 2 S's, 1 M. Museum. Strawberry chocolate. This is a lovely pink chocolate. This reminds me a lot of Sailor Jentle Sakura Mori, which is a good thing because my bottle of Sailor Jentle Sakura Mori grew some sort of weird slime on the surface and I threw it out. Now the Sailor Jentle line hasn't been around for quite a few years. It was replaced by the Shikimori line, Sailor Shikimori. And you can get Sakura Mori now, but I didn't want to have to buy a new bottle. So this will replace it because it is very, very similar. I don't have a cute swatch, but I do have a square swatch, or rectangular, no, square, rectangular. Anyway, I have a 4-sided swatch. I just have to find it. So Sailor Sakura Mori is moving that out of the way. Right there. Actually, it's much more like Pêche, which I have a bottle of. So again, I got the same darn ink. So will I learn my lesson? Probably not. Realistically, I see beautiful colors like this and I go tumbling down the rabbit hole into acquisition mode. But there we go. Sailor Jentle Pêche. If you have this, you don't need strawberry chocolate. If you've been looking for this because they no longer make it, Kobe ink, Felissimo Chocolate Museum, strawberry chocolate is extremely like Pêche. It writes like Pêche, and if you look closely, let's see if I can do this. Just moving things around so I can bring the book up to you. It has kind of, there we go, that's better. Sorry about the shadow and the tremor. Oh, tremor, stop it. The pink writing has kind of a brown halo effect. So two stunning inks, both extremely similar to something I already have in my collection of ink, but that's okay. I buy those colors because I love those colors. So now when I run out of Kitten Paws or when I run out of Pêche, I can just use these guys and have similar ink. Yeah, so I will be back next with doing my ink entries, or maybe I won't put you through all that. No, I'm not going to make you suffer through all that. Suffice it to say, I'm going to put a page for each of these inks into my ink records book. And then whenever I ink up a pen with either of these inks, there'll be a note added that it got inked. And that way I can see which inks I use most often, whether I use an ink, whether I should consider moving it on. For example, my Sailor Pêche, which is the same as the strawberry, very similar to the strawberry chocolate, I use often, and I re-ink often in the same pen. And Van Diemen's Kitten Paws, which is very close to the milk chocolate, I haven't inked yet because it's new. I just got it in December. So I was planning to put it in a pen for February. Milk chocolate seemed an appropriate ink for the month of February. So yes, I guess that's it. I am an ink buying idiot. I fully admit it. Thanks for hanging out with me for a while. Bye-bye. Well, I decided to do a little more checking, and I swatched the Van Diemen's Kitten Paws, this guy, and I swatched the Sailor Jentle ink Pêche. I looked up the pronunciation too, it's Pêche. I am terrible at pronunciations. I can do math, I can't do languages. So I was wrong. This is not identical, it's similar. There's a little more brown in the strawberry chocolate, which makes sense because it's strawberry chocolate, whereas this is just peach. So it's not identical. I'm happy I have both because I like this color family. These guys, very close, but this is a little more of a peachy pink with brown, whereas this is a little more of a brown with peachy pink. So, subtle differentiation, but I can see it. So they're not identical. There are subtle variations on each other. I'm happy to have all four because I like these two color families. And what will I do to ensure that such similarities don't happen again? Well, before I ordered these two inks, I looked them up on YouTube and on Google. I did an image search, looked at all the images people had posted, and watched videos about them. But what I didn't do is I didn't have my reference guide in front of me. So this book, I'm gonna do it, no, this way, it's more appropriate, is my color reference guide, my ink records color reference guide. So each family of inks, in this case, taupes and cool browns, teal, turquoise, and green tinted blues. I really divide down my color families. Deep reds and maroons, blue, black, and classic blues. So you can see my families are not just blue or green or brown. Here's my murky pond scum colors. That is an actual classification, murky pond scum colors. I should have looked at, where are you? This page, Dusty Pinks. So I've put the milk chocolate here. Here's Van Diemen's Kitten Paws. I should have looked at this page first. If I had looked at this page before buying this guy, I might not have bought it because this guy is so similar. I did not have this as a reference when I was shopping. So my new personal rule is to, and I put strawberry chocolate there, in the Candy Brights. This section is called Candy Brights. And as you can see, I've got Candy Bright colors in here. Bright pinks and corals, very full pages because corals are my favorite. Unclassified extras, oh, here's unsaturated shaders and shifters. I have a gray page, etc. I should have had this with me when I was looking at the image search or Google image search, when I was looking at the YouTube videos. Should have had this with me to compare. So my new rule before pressing purchase or add to cart even is going to be to check this book, do a Google image search, do a YouTube video search, and then check this book for comparisons before I purchase. So yeah, new rule in place, personal rule. And hopefully we won't end up buying such similar inks again. That was the royal me. Royal we. I mean me. I won't end up buying such similar inks again because I am the idiot that made these purchases. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I am an idiot. Thanks for being on this journey with me. I hope you had a great day. Bye.